Ooh, zero.
Oh, hold on a second. Forgot to
699.
6,199.
But
Hello and welcome to This Date in History, also known as TDH. This show is all about the events that occurred to date in years past, both recognized by actual historians, but many things that we personally find intriguing enough for us to bring to you. The sources of this information comes from the smart device application Today in History, What Happened Today in History,
historical calendar.
and the website onthisday.com. For links to those sources, the music, and anything else potentially interesting, check the underbar in the description below. Anyway, I am Xander,
I am me.
and today is Saturn's Day, also known as Saturday, May 14th, 2022.
You started this time.
Alright. Starting us off in 1027, which was 995 years ago, Robert II of France named his son Henry I as junior king of the Franks. And why didn't you tell me you were king of the Franks? You know?
Cause I can't be telling people everything.
That's true, you know?
And I burnt them.
Oh god.
No. We
You
had
burned the Franks. I get it.
we had an idea for the expedition. We decided to go down a volcano. Because people going up mountains, like, fuck that, we're going down a volcano.
That sounds like something you'd do. In 1097, the siege of Nicaea began during the First Crusade. Okay. In 1264, the Battle of Lewes, Henry III of England was captured and forced to sign the Mise of Lewes, making Simon de Montfort the effective ruler of England. Oh, no.
Holy shit. Also, 1509. Battle of Argendello in northern Italy. French forces defeat the Republic of Venice.
Ooh.
1607. English colonists established Jamesport, which would become Jamestown, Virginia, the earliest permanent English settlement in the Americas.
Cool. Oh, wow. So
Also,
415
yeah,
years ago. That's pretty long.
that's some 1610. Henry IV of France is assassinated by Catholic zealot Francis Ravaillac, and Louis XIII ascends to the throne.
Dang.
Yeah.
We skipped one here. In 1608, the Protestant Union, a coalition of Protestant German states, was founded to defend the rights, land, and safety of each member against the Catholic Church and Catholic German states. Wow, so people organizing against the Pope. Interesting. Then in 1610, we have Henry IV of France was assassinated by Catholic zealot Francois Ravaillac. Oh, you already did that. 1643, 4-year-old Louis XIV became king of France upon the death of his father, Louis XIII. Did we just talk about Louis XIII?
Yes,
Yeah.
we have.
Oh, wow. So, that is weird. Louis ascended to the throne, and then 33 years later, on the date, he died. Or at least his child, his son became king on the. That's wild, dude. But
Telling me.
yeah. 1747, during the War of the Austrian Succession, a British fleet under Admiral George Anson defeated the French at the First Battle of Cape Finisterre. Cool.
Oh, what year are we on?
1796.
1796. Edward Jenner administers the first smallpox inoculation.
Wow, dude. 226 years ago.
Yes.
Damn, we've had vaccines that long. That's pretty wild.
Yes, we did. Also, in 1804, William Clark and 42 men departed from Camp Dubois to join Meriwether Lewis at St. Charles, Missouri, marking the beginning of the Lewis and Clark expedition historical journey up the Mississippi, up the Missouri River.
Yeah.
And 1811, Paraguay, Pedro Juan Calabero, Florencio Yeargirls, and Jose Gaspar Rodriguez de França start actions to depose the Spanish governor.
Oh no. In 1836, the treaties of Velasco were signed in Velasco, Texas. What were the treaties of Velasco? Let me look that up here. Treaties of
I don't
Velasco.
know.
They were two documents, one private and the other public, signed in Fort Velasco on May 14th, 1836, between Generals Antonio Lopez de Santa Anna and the Republic of Texas in the aftermath of the Battle of San Jacinto on April 21st, 1836. Alright. Let's see here. What else happened today? In 1863, during the American Civil War, the Battle of Jackson took place. Alright. That's pretty cool. And 5 years later, in 1868, during the Boshin War, the Battle of Utsunomiya Castle ended as former Tokugawa shogunate forces withdrew northward. Okay. That sounds Japanese stuff right there.
Yep.
Your turn, 1870?
1870. The first game of rugby in New Zealand is played in Nelson between Nelson College and the Nelson Rugby football team. Oh god,
Interesting.
that is a brutal version of football. Way brutal.
Rugby.
No pads.
Oh man, I had an
No,
Australian.
I've seen some people take some way
Wild hits.
more
Yeah.
hits.
Have you ever seen people
And-
fly?
Man, this fucker did a backflip in the midair
Nice.
and stuck the landing.
Beautiful. Maybe you should get into gymnastics. Get out of rugby. You know.
Oh yeah, yeah. He needs to get into gymnastics. I think someone ramming into him in midair doesn't count. It will count as an aid. Oh.
Oh my god.
Okay,
The Terry Tate is just playing in my mind right now.
okay. 1878 last witchcraft trial is held in the United States against the Salem, Massachusetts after Lucretia Brown and a adherent of Christian Science accused Daniel Spilford of attempting to harm her through his mental powers. I'ma kill you with my mind. It reminds me of fucking South Park.
Dude, yeah. She, yeah. No, like I was thinking of Dr. Orpheus from Venture Brothers.
Oh. No. You're thinking about Mintok, the Mind Taker. From Harvey Bearman.
Yeah, that's another one. Mentok, the Mind Taker. Yeah, he was the guy with the red mask thing, right?
No, you're the guy with the fucking purple helmet.
Oh yeah, that's right. The red mask guy was always after Birdman's crest. So
Yeah. Okay, and finally, 1879. There, the first group of 463 Indians, indentured laborers, arrived in Fiji aboard the Leonidas.
dang. Indentured laborers. You mean slaves? You know?
Fuck yeah,
Yeah.
fancy word for slaves.
Yeah. In 1900, the opening of the World Amateur Championship at the Paris Exposition Universelle, also known as Olympic Games, occurred. Okay, so the Olympics, cool. 13 years later, 1913, Governor of New York William Sulzer approved the charter for the Rockefeller Foundation, which began operations with a $100 million donation from John D. Rockefeller. Oh, how kind of him. And in 1915, the May 14 revolt took place in Lisbon, Portugal. Huh.
1918, Cape Town Mayor Sir Henry Hands inaugurates the 2-minute silence.
What's the 2-minute silence? Let me look that up real quick.
I'm glad you said Sir Henry Hands, not Mr. Hands, because that's just disgusting.
Yeah. In the United Kingdom and other countries within the Commonwealth, a 2-minute silence is observed as part of Remembrance Day to remember those who lost their lives in conflict. Okay, well that's a worthy endeavor right there.
Okay.
Are you alright? You're moaning a lot. Are you stretching or something?
Yeah, I'm trying to, stretch this shit out, man, because I felt like I have this pain in my side. Like,
Uh,
like I pulled something, but I know I didn't.
hmm.
But it,
Yeah. Keep stretching, dude. Breathe easy. In
okay,
1931, 5 unarmed civilians were killed in the Adelan shootings as the Swedish military was called in to deal with protesting workers. Oh, Lord. And
goddamn.
1935, the Constitution of the Philippines was ratified by popular vote. Good. Always,
That sounds,
yeah.
the unarmed things sound like some Pinkerton shit.
Pinkerton? Oh,
You know, the Pinkerton Agency?
yeah, yeah. From the Old West.
Uh, that sounds
Uh,
like some serious Pinkerton shit.
yeah, but this was in Sweden.
Hey, they're I think they're worldwide.
Well, they are today, if they're still around. Or they probably, like, evolved into the FBI or something, but yeah.
Hmm.
Who knows, you know? Like,
That's what that's what the Pinkertons used to do.
yeah. And oh my god, this next article is horrifying, and this is where you start.
Hey, fuck it. 1939, Lena Medina becomes the youngest confirmed mother in medical history at the age of 5. Oh yeah, I remember this.
Wow, dude.
Yeah, see, something happened. It's like she started developing way, 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 way too early in history.
Yeah, well, you know, not good.
19, 1940, World War II, Rotterdam. Netherlands is bombarded by the off of Nazi Germany despite the ceasefire killing about 900 people and destroying the historical city center. Horrible.
Now, here's the thing. Um, I'm just sitting here thinking about who the hell impregnated a 5-year-old,
An
and
asshole.
you know, like that's disturbing enough. And then I'm just wondering how, and I'm just like, it's the whole thing is sick. You know, like what's the point? Like, was this a scientific test? I'm sorry, like this is sick. Like, I gotta get off of that. I'm sorry.
History
Continue.
is
Like,
history is sick
it's
sometimes.
fucking disgusting, dude. Like,
And in 1943, World War II, Japanese submarine sinks AHS. Wow, AHS. American Horror Story.
ha,
I'm joking. Never mind. A centaur off the coast of Queensland. Damn, they also around Queensland?
dang. Yeah,
The
no.
Japanese were around Australia.
Oh, the Japanese. Yeah, no, they tried invading Australia. Um, like during World War II, they tried a land invasion, but they didn't go too well because it's all desert. And
And then you found out they got
yeah.
spiders.
Oh yeah, the spiders.
Like Hanzo. Don't think this is a good idea.
Yeah.
There are spiders, like big ass spiders. They turn into women? I don't fucking know. They're big
They
spiders.
turned into women. Oh my god.
Get the fuck. No, because the
It's
Japanese
not
mythology.
Arachne. It's not Arachne,
Like,
the goddess.
it's like I don't care. Let's get the fuck out of here. We already have those fucking things in our place.
Anyway, moving on up into 1948, Israel was declared to be an independent state and a provisional government was established. Immediately after the declaration, Israel was attacked by the neighboring Arab states, triggering the 1948 Arab-Israeli War. Dang. 1951, trains run on the Tallilian Railway in Wales for the first time since preservation, making it the first railway in the world to be operated by volunteers. Oh wow, that's interesting. In 1953, approximately 7,100 brewery workers in Milwaukee performed a walkout, marking the start of the 1953 Milwaukee brewery strike.
Good, man.
Well, that's a dangerous game they're playing. Like, you know, once you stop making beer, then eventually public support will run out really quickly because people want their beer, and you know, at some point they don't care how they're going to get it. You take a beer out of the hands of a NASCAR fan, you're gonna make an enemy. I'm sorry.
1955, Cold War. 8 communist bloc countries, including the Soviet Union, signed a mutual defense treaty called the Warsaw Pact.
Ooh.
1961, Civil Rights Movement. A white mob twice attacks a Freedom Riders bus near Anniston, Alabama, before firebombing a bus and attacking the civil rights protesters who flee the burning vehicles.
That's just disgusting.
Horrible.
I
Uh,
don't think that actually happened. I think that's a fabricated thing put in by our sources. I don't know. Like,
no, that did happen. The
uh,
bus thing did happen.
yeah, that's gross.
1970, Andreas Bader is freed from custody by Erlich Mehoff. Gun Run isn't an other provisional moment in the formation of the Red Army faction.
Hmm. Let's see here. 1973, Skylab, the United States' first space station, was launched. Cool.
Nice.
Yeah. 4 years later, 1977, a Dan Air Boeing 707 leased to IAS Cargo Airlines crashed on approach to Lusaka International Airport in Lusaka, Zambia, causing the deaths of 6 people. That's unfortunate. And 1980, which was only 42 years ago, Salvadorian Civil War. The Sumpul River massacre occurred in Chalatenango, El Salvador, or Chalatenango in El Salvador. And then there's another article here that snuck in at some point in 1988. And that's when you start, I believe, right?
Yeah, I think so. Okay, 1988, Carlton bus collision. A drunk driver traveling the wrong way on Interstate 71 near Carrollton, Kentucky, hits a converted school bus carrying church youth group. 27 died in the crash and ensuing fire. Wow.
That's horrible.
Damn. Well, at least the church youth is going to heaven.
Yeah, they were going to go praise God. Now they get to meet him. So, what more can you ask for?
Yeah, they got the premium pass, so they get to meet God.
Premium pass! Oh my god. I shouldn't be laughing. I'm going to hell.
2004. Yeah, where we going? We're gonna need suntan lotion.
I don't think there's enough SPS.
2004, Rico Lijas Area Flight 4815 crashes into the Amazon rainforest during the approach to Eduardo Gomes International Airport in Manaus, Brazil, killing 33 people. Oh God.
Damn.
And also in 2004, the Constitutional Court of South Korea overturned an impeachment of President Roh Moo-hoo. No, Roh Moo-hee.
Yep. 4 years later, in 2008, Battle of Piccadilly Gardens in Manchester City Centre between Zenit supporters and Rangers supporters and the Greater Manchester Police occurred, in which 39 policemen were injured, 1 police dog was injured as well, and 39 people were arrested.
Poor dog.
Yeah, who's hitting dogs? Like, I'm not a fan of dogs, but I'm not a proponent of attacking them either, so...
You better hope John ain't part of that crew.
Oh, God. 2 years later, in 2010, Space Shuttle Atlantis launched on the STS-132 mission to deliver the first shuttle-launched Russian ISS component, which was Rassvet. This was originally slated to be the final launch of Atlantis before Congress approved STS-135.
You might as well finish.
Go ahead.
Oh, 2012, Air Flight CHT crashes in Nepal after a failed go-around, killing 15 people.
Oh, jeez. Any articles grab your attention today?
A lot.
Yeah.
Like the bus.
Yeah, that was sick.
It's fucked up.
On a more positive note, I was thinking about like Skylab.
Yes,
That was
Skylab
interesting.
too.
Yeah. The brewery walkout in 1953, that was interesting. And
Yep.
the birth of Israel, even though I'm not really a supporter, it's still interesting, a nation formed. And that truly disgusting, beyond comprehension thing that happened in 1939. Ugh. Anyway, I can't think about that again. Let's get into births here. Starting us off in 1316, we have Charles IV, Holy Roman Emperor. Do you want to canter, or do you want to do every 3?
You could do 3 for 3
Okay.
still.
1574, Francisco Rossi, an Italian singer-songwriter, theorbo player, and poet. And what is a theorbo? Let me look that up here real quick. Theorbo is a plucked string instrument of the lute family with an extended neck and a second peg box. Interesting. I'm going to add this to the underbar. Let's see, and who else was born to dates? 1657, we have Sambhaji, an Indian emperor. Let me try pronouncing it. Sambhaji. Sambhaji. Happy birthday, Sambhaji.
Okay. Also, 1679, Peter Horbo, Danish astronomer and mathematician.
That's an interesting name, way to spell
Yeah.
Peter. Petter. You know? Peter.
1725, Lovidico Manni, the last Doge of Venice.
Dang.
Poor Doge. 1737, George McCartney, first Earl McCartney, Irish English politician and diplomat who was the first governor of Grenada.
Interesting. 1752, we have Albrecht Thayer, was a German agronomist and author. What is an agronomist? I know what agro is, but agronomist is an expert in the science of soil management and crop production. Okay, well that's pretty cool. 1781, we have Friedrich Ludwig Georg von Raumer, was a German historian and academic. In 1814, Charles Bayer, German-English engineer who co-founded Bayer, Peacock and Company. Interesting.
Okay, wait. What's the year?
1832.
1832, Rudolf Lipschitz, German mathematician and academic.
Yeah, Lipschitz was also the name of that. Sorry to interrupt, but the name of that doctor from Rugrats, if you ever saw that. And
Yeah.
And that always confused me as a child. It's like, why am I always being told not to swear, but it's okay on this cartoon that I'm watching for them to say Lipschitz? Like, I'm always thinking somebody has, like, poop for lips. It's just like, what? What the hell is a Lipschitz? Sorry, I just had to get that out there.
1863, John Charles Fields, Canadian mathematician who founded the Fields Medal.
And the Fields Medal is a prize awarded to 2, 3, or 4 mathematicians under 40 years of age at the International Congress of the International Mathematical Union, a meeting that takes place every 4 years. Interesting. You have one more.
Ants Kurvits, Estonian general and politician who was the 10th Estonian Minister of War.
What a name, Ants, you know?
Forgot yesterday, Old Worm.
Oh yeah, old worm. Yeah, it is. Yeah, well, you know what? We're going to have another food person here at some point today, I think. So, anyway, 1900, we have Chai Chang, a Chinese first leader of All China Women's Federation. 1914, William Toote, a British codebreaker and mathematician. And 1922, Franjo Tudman, a Yugoslav historian who became the first president of Croatia. That's pretty cool. Some love for those historians, finally.
Yeah. 1944, George Lucas, U.S. director, producer, and screenwriter who founded Lucasfilms and sold it like a retard to Disney.
Yep.
In 1949, Walter Day, U.S. game designer and businessman who founded Twin Galaxies.
Interesting. Is Twin Galaxies
I don't even know who.
Let me look that up real quick.
1952, Wim Mertens, Belgian composer, concertor, vocalist, pianist, guitarist, and musicologist.
Dang. Twin Galaxies is an organization and social media platform that facilitates interaction, achievement, recognition, and competition between people involved in the culture and activity of playing video games. Twin Galaxies is the official supplier of video game records to Guinness World Records. Okay, well that's interesting. I have to look more into that since I'm a gamer.
Oh wait, Twin Galaxies. Oh, I think I know what this is now. They're the company that does the records.
Yeah.
They're the ones who removed Billy Mitchell off their records.
Oh, wasn't he the cheater or something? He did something.
Yes, he
Yeah.
cheated in Donkey Kong.
Ah, yeah. 1952, we have Robert Zemeckis, a U.S. director, producer, and screenwriter. 1958, Chris Evans, an English-Australian politician who was the 26th Australian Minister for Employment. Isn't Chris Evans
Not
the
to
name
be
of...
Yeah, not to be confused with Chris Evans, who played Captain America and Human Torch.
And he also played one of the boyfriends in what's his face fights the world.
Oh, Scott Pilgrim, yeah.
Yeah,
The X's.
yeah, one of the evil exes. Yeah, he plays the skateboarder guy.
Lucas Lee. He plays Lucas Lee.
Lucas Lee. Man, you have a memory like a steel trap, dude. 1962, C.C. DeVille, a U.S. guitarist, songwriter, and actor, and his full name is... why is it not telling me? Oh, Bruce Anthony Johannesson. What?
That's why.
Okay. That's an interesting change of a moniker there.
1981, Per High Mystery. Indian computer scientist who invented Sixth Sense.
Oh, it's supposed to be Sixth Sense.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
1983, Amber Tolbin, U.S. actress, author, model, and director. 1984, Mark Zuckerberg, reptilian computer programmer and businessman who co-founded Facebook.
Yeah. Someone should go back in time to this date, specifically in 1984, and change the world for the better. You know. 1988, we have Jane Apple. Here's that food person I was talking about. Is a U.S. basketball player. 1996, Pokimane, a Canadian online streamer. Why does that name sound so familiar? Pokimane.
Bathwater.
Oh, that's why. Okay, well, it's a good thing I did not capitalize any part of her name. And in 1996, The Odd Ones Out, another name I'm familiar with somewhat. U.S. YouTuber and animator. Although I don't remember ever watching their stuff. I just know of the name. Anyway, let's get on to the desk here. You start us off this time, good sir.
For the 649, Pope Theodore I. 1219, William Marshall, 1st Earl of Pembroke, English soldier and politician. 1754, Pierre Claude Neville de la Charisse, French playwright and producer.
1912, we have August Strindberg, Swedish playwright, novelist, poet, and essayist. 1919, Henry J. Heinz, U.S. businessman who founded H.J. Heinz Company. Is that the ketchup? Or is that something else? Yeah, it's Heinz. Okay. 1923, we have N.G. Chandavarkar, Indian jurist and politician. And what's their actual name? Sir Narayan Ganesh Chandavarkar, or something like that. Save. All right. I think it's your turn, good sir.
Okay. Where were you last on?
You get 1936.
1936, Edmund Enby, 1st Viscount Allenby, English field marshal and diplomat who was a British High Commissioner in Egypt. 1945, Irish Isis Pogson, English astronomer and meteorologist.
Oh wow, their name is Isis Poggers. I can't believe I just said that. God, I feel dirty now.
1959, Efetina Morena Antonio of Portugal,
What a name, infant. Like, what do you want to name it? I want to name it for what it is. An infant.
Child.
Child. Boy. I have a name. Yeah, it's Boy. Atreus. 1968, husband E. Kimmel was a U.S. admiral. 1998, Frank Sinatra died on this date. He was a U.S. singer and actor, and I believe he was a possible gangster because he was affiliated with the Rat Pack in Vegas during the height of monster rule over there. And,
No, the Rat Pack is pretty much him, Sammy, Diamond, and some other guy.
Yeah.
That's a group deal singing, a singing group.
Yeah, but they played a lot in these gangster-owned places. So, they probably had some sort of affiliation to something, I don't know.
Okay.
2001, Paul Beneshu, French writer, intellectual critic, and literary historian. I think it's your turn.
Okay. 2013. Aswar Ali, engineer, Indian author and activist. Wow. 2013. Ray Guy. Wow. Canadian journalist. Sounds like a superhero.
Dude, he does. He sounds like a superhero. Like, I am Ray Guy. And he's a journalist. Like, journalist by day,
Crackhead by night.
Yeah. His real name is William Ray Guy. Interesting. And you have one more, right?
Yes. 2015, B.B. King, U.S. singer, songwriter, guitarist, and producer. You might say blues singer.
Yep. His real name is Riley B. King, also known as B.B. King, I believe. Yeah, Riley B. King,
Yep. Known
known as B.B. King. 2017, we have Powers Booth, was a U.S. actor, and I wonder if, he, she, it, whatever Powers Booth is, I can't figure out a gender to that name. I wonder if they're the source of Ray Guy,
Who knows?
Like, it's a boost of powers, I choose Rays! And in 2019, we have the Grumpy Frumpy Cat. Was a U.S. cat and internet meme celebrity. And I can't believe that made the list, but, that a lot of people felt sad. And that concludes the show. Once again, check the underbar for any links that you may be interested in, which also includes
Soyan TV on Twitch.
And everything Omni Coalition. For your Dose Pass Events Daily, we stream every day between 12 noon and 3 p.m. Pacific Time.
2 to 5 Central.
For all of you and all of us, I am A.O. Xander.
I'm me.
And you are you. And until you see us tomorrow, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Until then, toodles. Let's go, Brandon.